Thanks, Mike. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nick Jocelyn. It's nice to be here today. Like Mike said, I'll be talking a little bit about some of the key provisions in Secure 2.0 that are helping small businesses set up new 401k plans. So the first big one is tax credits. One of the biggest benefits for employers with 50 or fewer employees is an increased tax credit for starting a new 401k plan. The tax credit covers 100% of plan admin costs up to $5,000 for starting a new plan. Previously, this credit was just for up to 50% of plan admin costs. There's also an additional 100% credit of up to $1,000 per employee for employer contributions made for employees who earn less than $100,000 a year. This credit then decreases 25% in each of the following 3 years. Larger employers with 51 to 100 employees can qualify for a similar but lesser credit for employer contributions. Next, starter plans. Secure 2.0 also makes it possible to establish a more simplified 401k 403b solution, which is called a starter 401k or 403b plan. These starter plans simplify plan administration by deeming the discrimination tests are already satisfied. Salary deferrals in these plans are limited to a maximum of $6,000 plus catch-up contributions, so quite a bit less than your typical 401k plan. And in these plans, automatic enrollment is required for all employees. This next one, incentives to participate. Prior to Secure 2.0, an employer could not incentivize an employee to contribute to a 401k plan. We actually had a client a few years ago who, during an employee education meeting, said he would give $20 cash to any employee who enrolled in the 401k plan before the end of the day. And then sadly, we had to inform him that if he did that, he could possibly face plan disqualification. But the good news is moving forward, he can do that. And the intent here is to provide what's called de minimis financial incentives to encourage participation. The intent is, gift cards about $25 or less. We haven't actually received guidance on what de minimis means, but I think if you're giving $25 gift cards to employees to incentivize them, you're probably just fine. So it's kind of a nice little feature you can do moving forward. So on the next slide here, we're going to talk about some of the provisions that will go into effect in 2024. The first one is the easing of the top-heavy plan rules. Many small employers do not adopt plans due to the potential of required top-heavy minimum contributions. So to increase participation in these plans, Secure 2.0 is modify the top-heavy rules to allow excludable and not excludable employees to be tested separately, as we currently do for the 401k non-discrimination tests. This change is great because it now encourages employers to offer plans to younger employees. And again, this goes into effect for plan years ending in 2023, so we can start doing these tests starting next year. And this other thing, which I'm really excited about, is we talk to participants or potential clients all the time who want to switch from a simple to a 401k plan. But in the past, if you wanted to do that, you had to wait until the end of the calendar year to terminate that simple and then start a new 401k plan. You couldn't have a 401k and a simple in the same plan year. But now, starting in 2024, employers with simple plans can now terminate the simple at any time during the plan year, provided that they establish a new safe harbor plan that is in effect for the rest of the year. So we just had a potential client call us a couple weeks ago saying he wanted to switch his simple to a 401k plan. Sadly, he has to still wait till the end of this calendar year, but next year, anyone who has a simple can switch at any time during the year provided they switch to a safe harbor plan. And with that, I'll hand it back off to Mike.